What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, TigerFitness.com. Look, this has been a crazy week. I think you guys understand why it's been a crazy week. And I got a couple messages why I haven't done an Instagram post or a YouTube video on what happened. Now, a lot of people understand where I stand from my beliefs, from my viewpoints. And that all came out in 2021. Now, let me explain where I'm at right now, then explain my thoughts on the situation. So in 2021, I did not like the mandates they were putting in place for the shot. One of the accounts I was selling into, I told everyone I was selling into, put mandates on their employees, meaning that they would penalize them if they didn't get the mandated shot. And so it was a huge deal, millions of dollars. And I wrote an email to them, and I woke up that morning and I just had this thought, I need to draw my line somewhere. I do have an ethical boundary. And to make a stand for what I felt was right for the country and right for individual rights, I wrote an email to the company, and I told my buyer, I'm like, hey, no, I can't do business with you guys until you get rid of this mandate. And he was very understandable with me. I completely understood it. And so anyway, a lot of people expected my company to be in this establishment. So I tweeted at the time, now it's X, it's posting. I tweeted the email, I redacted emails and names, and I said, hey, here's what I'm doing, here's why I'm doing it, and here's the email of me saying that the relationship stops until this stops. Long story short, it went viral. And that's when I was thrust into the political world. I had no intention of having any voice politically. I just want to help make people healthier. I just want to make supplements and design programs and work on the back end. Like this whole influencer thing, I'm just a businessman who has a channel who knows stuff. I'll do videos on business, videos on supplements, videos on ingredients, videos on training. That's what I do. Okay, I do it because when I started this channel, I was like, hey, no matter what, no matter if my views go down, views go up, whatever, I will continue to do weekly content. And that's why I'm here, helping to educate, helping to promote things, helping to do whatever I can do. It's just what I do. Right now, to be honest with you, social media accounts for about 2% of my business, my life, if that. I'm on the back end. I'm building businesses. I'm selling stuff. I'm formulating things. I'm doing what I'm good at. And social media isn't one of those. I can speak, but that's mainly because, well, I'm a businessman. You know, I present things. And all I'm doing here is I'm presenting things. I'm presenting ideas. I'm presenting ways for people to get healthy. Long story short, I go viral. I'm being retweeted by every single conservative. I start going on Timcast. I start going on Jesse Kelly and all these, well, I'd say conservative networks. And that's when I was thrust into it. But I also made it a point to separate church and state. Whereas my Instagram and my YouTube remained all fitness, well, at least 98% fitness. And my X, then Twitter, is where I would speak politically. So I separated the two. So if you think I'm saying something, you obviously don't follow me on X. And if you do follow me on X, you probably unfollowed me if you don't agree with what I have to say. Or you got muted because you were saying things that were mean. Long story short, you know, I come from an era where you could have opinions. I come from an era where when Obama and McCain were against each other, when they were running against each other, when Romney, Obama, you go back, you got Bush, you got Clinton. Like, we used to be able to talk openly. Who are you voting for? Oh, you know, I'm voting for Clinton. Who are you voting for? Oh, I'm voting for the other guy. Okay, cool. Who are you voting for? Oh, I'm voting for McCain. Who are you voting for? Oh, I'm voting for Obama. And everybody was okay. Cool, let's go get something to eat. Now it's so polarized. If I say, you know what? I don't like that candidate over there, so I'm going to vote for Trump. I'm automatically a racist, a fascist, a white supremacist. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So I try to keep my fitness channel as my fitness channel. And I'll interject some opinion once in a while. You know, if you guys have followed me, you know that in the past few years I found, you know, Christianity. As a guy who was born a Jew, my whole life I'm agnostic, I found Christ. And that's cool, right? back in the day used to celebrate that. Now half people are like, hey, God doesn't exist. Okay. Or you're still a Jew. It doesn't matter. Okay, cool. My beliefs are my beliefs. You agree with them? You don't? I don't care. They're me. They're my beliefs. They're what I believe in. So when I look at what's going on in this country, you know, it's kind of scary, right? I think there's a lot of things, hey Blaze, there's a lot of things that are just, you know, irreconcilable. You have one side who believes that violence is the answer. If you look at everything that's gone on in the past few years, it came from mostly one side. It's an overwhelming majority from one side. And the other side's pretty weak. And I'm on the weak side, right? And now it's at a point where we can no longer sit back and be quiet. And the reason I gave up is because I expected when I took, there's all these companies. At the time it was protein bars. All these companies, America and Freedom. And I thought by me going in and saying, I am taking a stand against this, that other companies would follow. And guess what? Nobody did. Nobody did. I'm the one left holding the bag, an 8-figure lost money bag. So I'm like, screw it. It's not making a difference. But I do see people standing up from both sides. I do see people, when I say both sides, there's the extreme left. That's not going to happen. They're not coming over. There's an extreme, kind of, I mean, right, what is extreme right? They consider Catholics extreme right. They consider libertarians extreme right. At the same time, they consider white supremacists and Nazis extreme right. So what is the extreme right? Am I extreme? I believe in family. I believe in God. And I believe in ethics. And I believe in order and law. I don't think that's extreme. And I'm also pro-life. It's not extreme. I'm not out doing anything bad. I believe in certain things. It's not extreme. So what's extreme on one side is literally, it's extreme, and then there's everybody else is thrown into the other extreme. If you voted for Trump, you're a right-wing extremist. If you believe in marriage and the family, you're a right-wing extremist. If you believe in open markets as a libertarian, you're a right-wing extremist. Whatever happened, based on the old definitions, I'm a 90s Democrat. Literally a 90s Democrat. Well, right now, we go to speak out about things. It's like automatically, boom, fascist. Boom, maggot. Boom, Trumper. I voted for him, but Kamala's an idiot. Let's be honest here, guys. It's the best you can do. You guys who've watched me, who follow me, know when RFK was running, I was going to vote for RFK. A friggin' Kennedy is now considered a right-wing extremist. A Kennedy is considered a conspiracy theorist. A Kennedy. So I look at what happened this week and I'm disgusted. In my life, no matter how abhorrent the person, I never celebrated someone's demise. I never celebrated someone getting taken out. And that's where you see it from the left. So do I think that all these teachers, that all these government officials, that all these standard employees should be fired for celebrating a man who simply wanted to debate people on campus, his life ending? Absolutely. I don't think you should have a job ever again. You're a horrible person. You're a demon. You're a horrible, despicable person. Just this week, a local high school, a teacher said some stuff. I immediately emailed the principal and the superintendent. I'm like, you need to fire this person. There is no more middle ground. There is no, what do we say? There's no negotiating with terrorists. You can't reconcile with weirdos. You can't reconcile with extremists. And that's where we're at now. I just want a world where I could do videos about the benefits of supplements and the benefits of cardio and the benefits of getting sunlight. But here we are. Here we are. And as the fitness community, we don't just look at the fitness of this. We look at the fitness of this and the fitness of our spirit and the fitness of our country. And right now, dude, we cannot coexist with people that want us all to be gone. And I'm avoiding that D word because YouTube will kick me down. I'm avoiding it like the plague. Look, everybody either awakened in 2020 or they went further to sleep. In 2020, things changed. Things changed. We became polarized. I can even say it was probably 2016. Trump he's an old school, he's a Democrat. He's not even extreme. I don't even know what to say anymore. And it's frustrating to believe that. Charlie Kirk, yes, I watched his stuff. Yes, I agreed with a lot of what he said. Here's what I agree with. I agree with the fact that the nuclear family is a superior way to raise children. I agree with the fact that Christ is king. I agree that America is the greatest country in the world and we are blessed to be here. I agree with a lot of things. I probably disagree with a lot of things he says. But that's no reason to get rid of the guy who simply debates, who simply wants to talk about it, to get people to open their mind, to open their hearts to new ideas. New ideas that I've opened my mind and my heart to throughout my life, which allowed me to find religion, which allowed me to find myself. Because like everyone else, I'm a sinner. Like everyone else, I don't get it right the first time. But that's how humans evolve. That's how humans develop. So to celebrate this shows a level of humanity that is below that of the lowest of the low animal. This is animal stuff here. Animals lack empathy. They don't have it. My dog has more empathy. A friggin' scavenger has more empathy than what these humans exhibit. I'm sickened. I'm sickened by what I've seen. But I'm very, very, very optimistic. I think the last time I saw over 20,000 requests to start more Turning Point USA chapters. I see our youth. They have open minds, they have open hearts, and they're not caught up in the cult mentality that has overtaken our great country. Did Charlie Kirk go out for no reason, or did he go out as a martyr? In my opinion, we are seeing a great awakening and enlightenment in this country. And I am very optimistic for our future. The future is bright, as Patrick Bet-David says, and I'm here for it. But I love you, I love my fellow man, and I damn sure love my country, and I love the community that is watching this video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'm Marc Lobliner. This message is not a game.